Today we're going to be going over IK rigs. This is a continuation of the video I did before on how to set up this rig that you see right before you. I'll link that in the top right. So the first thing we need to do is make sure all of our bones move smoothly and you don't have any rough edges. There's a couple things I advise to achieve this. The first is mess around with your subdivision on your geometry. You can generate for selected over and over till you get it what you like. I found that for this particular shape, these long triangles worked better than the polygons that we had before. You can also come over here to create edge and create vertice and add in extra vertices so that there's more geometry to bend. Another thing that will affect it is your distribution of your bones. So my blue bone, my purple bone, and my orange bone all take up approximately the same amount of the sprite. Because it's more evenly distributed, the turns are smoother. After you get something you like, you're going to hit apply. One last thing of note is it helps sometimes with IKs to slightly move a joint in one direction to indicate which way you want it to turn. Make sure after you make any changes to your bones that you go to auto weights and you regenerate your weights, just in case your weighting needs to be different. We're gonna close out and then we are going to go to Unity. So I've got my character right here. I've got my guy just positioned, my arms bent, he's chilling. So let's hook it up. We're gonna select our mushroom man. We're gonna come down here and we're going to add an IK Manager 2D component. Then we're going to hit this plus right here and select limb. The requirements for using a limb solver are that you have at least 3 bones in a chain that you wish to use. Works by using an effector and then generating a target. The effector is the bone or the area that you want to be affected by this solver. What I would like to do is go to the bone one above the end of whatever my chain is. So in this case, I'm going to go to the middle bone of my arm. I'm going to right click on it and create an empty child. I'm going to call this effector. And then I'm going to make sure I'm in local space and select my Z or my X axis and drag it out to the hand, to the tip of the hand. Do not forget this step. You need to move your effector from the place that it originally spawns, otherwise it will not work. Then you're going to go to your solver, you're going to plug in your effector and hit create target. You're going to see that your bone snaps. You can see indicated by these green dots right here, and right here, that those are the bones that are affected by this IK solver. If you hit flip, you'll probably get what you are looking for. Depends on how your art is set up and how the computer will calculate which direction it thinks it's supposed to turn, if you need to hit that flip checkbox or not. So now I can move my limb solver around, which is really moving the target around, and you can see the arm respects it. Additionally, if I rotate my character, see how the arm is moving with it, but it is trying to stay stuck on it. If you want to deal with that, where you want your arm to move with your character, open up your limb solver, select your target, and move it to a child position of any bone not affected by your IK solver. So what I mean by that is I have to move it to either one of the head bones, the torso bones, the leg bones. It just can't be any part of the arm. So I'm going to move this to my upper torso. So now when I rotate my torso, my solver will rotate with it, but I also have the ability to select my target and move it around and have all my goodness working there. Can also rotate my hand independently without affecting the solver. For animation, you can animate it like you would animate anything else. You just create an animation track, you hit record, and then you select your target and move your target around. One thing that is particularly useful about IK targets is you can move the target's position with code. So you can use that to get animations that respond to your code, such as like a head turning to look in the direction that your mouse is facing. You would just have your target follow your mouse's position. I hope you found this interesting. Please comment below if you have any questions, hit the like and subscribe buttons, and I will see you in the next one.